Hello everybody and welcome to another knockoff review. In today's video we're taking a look at the Fantasy Jewel Blue Lion and the pre-production sample of the Yellow Lion. Obviously we are just left with that Black Lion, which is due out any time now, so fingers crossed that this thing is going to be as good as the original. Let's take a look at the Blue Lion first. We've got this nice outer skin on the box, and on the back there we've got something that definitely resembles some kind of famous character. Taking that off, we reveal the mighty Blue Lion in his plastic clamshell. Really nice packaging on these. If we just open that up, we've got his accessories, which just tab in on the top, done in this kind of blue plastic. We get a second one as well. We get his blade, which tabs in to his mouth. Really sharp points on these, so please be careful. And the Blue Lion himself is a absolute lump of a figure. Now I've heard the QC isn't as good on these, so we'll take a look. All intents and purposes, it feels good in hand. The arms slide out nicely there. Got a good range of motion. The chrome does look somewhat kind of dusted, if anything. It's not quite as pristine as I'm used to from these. The hind legs still bend up and down. These can come outwards, click down. They're not as tight as some of the other joints, but it still feels like a hefty lump, and he's going to be able to hold a pose quite nicely. Paint applications seem to be adequate. He's got quite a small tail on him, and he's got his little back door there. Lion's mouth can open, and we have that kind of missile looking tongue there. Now, a problem I have with both the blue and the test shot of the yellow is the head does keep untabbing. I don't know why, to tell you the truth. It just does, which is definitely not ideal. That's not something we want from these figures. Everything else seems to hold together nicely. It just keeps popping off on that neck joint. It can rock up and down, and the actual joint itself can rock on this peg. Really tight joints there, and so there's plenty of range. Now the joint on my particular lion's tail is quite loose, so that does tend to pop off as well. If we reopen that mouth, we've got that tab at the top there, so his blade can come in and tab in there nicely. We can then tab to his arms on both sides. I love the size of these leg lines in comparison to the arms. It's quite a substantial size difference. Now the Yellow Lion, as I previously mentioned, is a pre-production sample. It was sent through to TF Direct, who in turn sent it through to me. Everything holds together pretty much the same as the Blue Lion. His head again does tend to pop off of this joint here. I don't really know what's going on with that. I don't know if I should glue it or not, but if I was to glue it, it would then affect that rotation. Obviously the vibrations of moving this joint up and down does tend to pop it off its housing. Again, we've got the open and close on that mouth. We've got all of this articulation in here with these abdominal crunch, and Yellow's tail stays on better than what Blue's does as well. Not sure what's going on there. Oh, he looks terrible like that, doesn't he? With his neck up like that. He looks like something from Power Rangers, like the saber-toothed tiger. Let's place that back on. You've got the cannon there on the top, which can rock up and down. Now, accessory-wise, we get his spiked wheel, which we can pop into that leg, like so. And we get these jets as well. I'm not sure if they're meant to be cannons. It's a long time since I watched the original Voltron. Still a very good show though. I believe it's on Netflix. We get the blade, which is definitely a nice blade there. Again, much like the other lines in the series, it can just open like so, tabbing in, and he can then grip with his lower jaw. And I also get a baggie of these. I haven't had any of these with any of the latest figures. Did we only get these with the first Lion? I can't recall us getting these with the second Lion. To connect these, we get a set of screws and bolts. The bolts go in the underside here. You line those up with the screws. This lines up in this crevice, and in turn you have a very, very strong base system. Very nice having these modular style bases. And here we have them alongside the other two Lions. I'm not sure what's going on with the accessories. We started off with kind of a really nice dark metallic colour, and now it's kind of gone over to more of a grey. The tails are all slightly different colours as well, which I'm okay with because they're four very unique Lions. The chrome, as I mentioned, it started off very kind of reflective, and the later releases have definitely gone for that kind of cloudy look to it, but at the same time they still look really nice together. It's just nice seeing these Lions all kind of different shapes and sizes. I love the new interpretation of Voltron, that all the Lions are pretty much the same size, all bar the black Lion, and it's nice to see these. Brings back those retro vibes. Still need to get myself a vehicle Voltron as well. Hopefully they'll do that next as well. But let's get the blue and yellow transformed up into their limb modes, ready for that black Lion. Transformation for both the legs is pretty much identical. Just need to make sure we've got all of the weapons out of their arms and of their mouths. This head section, to attach it properly, you want to really kind of push that in, bring it up, and it can push and lock into position. That really kind of holds that piece in. We can then fold these legs up, compressing them on themselves on both sides. So again, fold, compress, and we want to push those in and lock those in. Open up this heel spur section and bring that down. Head's then gonna really kind of sit in there. You want to straighten up this leg piece. Again, fold these legs down, fold this leg down, and compress. This tail joint here is just too stiff. Bring that down. We can then open up this back section like so, make sure the legs are in, and then push this tail piece in, and the legs slide down into that section, and then this will come up and lock those into place. But there we go. That is how we do the legs. I love how they look. Now we have the ability to open up this piece here, and that slides downwards like so, so we can have that open, and the same goes with the cannon there as well. Really do like where this is going now. It's going to look absolutely fantastic. Really do love myself some Voltron. Very much looking forward to the Black Lion as well, so then I can finally have him combined up. Just to give you an idea of how these legs scale, here we have them alongside Masterpiece Starscream. So as you can see, Voltron's probably going to stand around the kind of 11 to 12-inch mark. He's going to be a good size figure, and it's going to look absolutely incredible displayed. Very much looking forward to completing this. I've included a link to where you can purchase both of these in the description below, and I've also included a playlist at the end of this video, and by hitting the information bar up there for every one of these lions. Until next time, from myself and the Fantasy Jewel Blue and Yellow Lion, goodbye.